Kai!
Fraser!
We're not going to be able to do an in real life episode for a little while.
What do you mean? We're doing it right now.
No. Social distancing, Kai.
Yeah, we're 600 meters. No,
Too close.
We're 151 miles apart.
Too close.
Let me get the exact number then. Give me a second.
Go away. It doesn't matter. You're not allowed too close.
We're going to find out now.
Got to be at least 152 miles away.
Right
so
now,
can
it's
you please...
mad. It's 5,504 miles. Is that too close?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Oh, I was right.
You got
151 for us. Nice.
There you go. 152, please.
All right. Go down to the beach for a bit.
Anyway, hello everybody. Welcome to the community episode 31 of. My name's Fraser.
And my name's not Fraser.
You're right. Yeah, I'd be pretty afraid if it was.
You'd be a Fraser.
I don't like this. Thanks for watching the episode, everybody.
Bye, bitch.
People really liked last week's outro.
They did, didn't they? Happy birthday,
with the singing.
bitch.
Yeah. People really liked it. That was such a good outro.
I was happy with that outro. I think it was a good one.
So at the end of this episode, if we remember, we'll do a new one for you to wash your hands to
twinkle,
for 20
twinkle,
seconds.
Little star today.
Yeah, why not? But it's got to be 20 seconds. Oh yeah. It's got to be 2020 what? It's got to be 20 seconds of Twinkle Twinkle though. That's what I was going to say, Twinkle Twinkle. 2020 of Twinkle Twinkle.
Oh yeah, of course.
So if you go over, I'll cut you off and just say bitch.
Alright, yeah, that sounds good.
I'm going to forget to do this. I already know I'm going to forget to do this.
But we'll make it sound great, I'm sure.
We will.
We'll put a timer on everything to try and get it exact, you know?
But literally precise, like not even a millisecond over.
Well.
Precision. We only do perfection here on Help I'm Stuck in a Podcast.
Do we?
Well, that's why it's an exclamation mark after help and not after podcast. We can't do punctuation properly.
Just help.
Anyway, community episode. We have questions. We have quite a few nice questions. We've got loads of unique ones this time around. So we picked out all of the unique ones, and we are we're pretty happy to go through all of these. So starting off is probably like my favorite question so far, because it's something that you literally don't ask normally. And also I'm impressed with the statistic that we were given. So Marky asked us, how fast are you guys typing? My highest WPM, which stands for words per minute, is 144. Now, for those of you that don't know, 144 is insane. Typing 144 words per minute is almost 2.5 words a second. Which is insane. That is madness. So I broke the rules and replied to this tweet before the episode was even recorded. Yeah, I replied to the tweet. I was like, no way, that's insane. Do you have like evidence or whatever? And she was like, nah, I don't have any evidence. But she did send a screenshot of when she had just done the test, like just to prove it. And it was like 130 odd words per minute. I was like, no, that's crazy. To put it into perspective, I did a test. I did quite a few tests after last night, and Kai did one as well. I sent a link to him and said, "Look, you got to do your words per minute."
I did one, but it's weird. I didn't realize you could like press backspace and stuff
to correct your words.
Yeah, so I kept pressing space on a couple of them, and I was like, "Argh!" And it kept like counting as a new word, and I was like, "Oh, for fuck's sake!"
Still, you had a really good score. Kai had
123.
123 words per minute, which is in the top 1%.
Yeah, baby!
622 keystrokes, which is just letter presses on the keyboard. 8 of them were incorrect, but still accuracy 96.85%, 113 correct words, and 2 incorrect words. So that's an incredible test.
I was happy with that. And you know what? There used to be a thing called the world's fastest typer. It was like a flash game. And me and my friend used to play it because it was just 6-letter words for the whole thing. And me and my friend used to play it when they first came around, like a long time ago. It was like probably 2011 or something.
Right, yeah.
And I think it was definitely 6-letter words. I'm pretty sure the maximum I ever saw on there was 70 something.
Right.
So that's just roughly 1 6-letter word per second maximum, you know?
Yeah.
And I think I got 68, and I could never get more than that.
And now here you are, 123.
Hell yeah.
Madness.
The perks of being on a computer every day, I guess.
Yeah. And mine was similar, but not quite enough. I got to 119 words per minute, so I was 4 words per minute behind Kai, with 613 keystrokes, so I was 9 behind Kai, but I did get 19 wrong. So
you got 19 wrong.
Yeah, 19 of those button presses were incorrect.
How could you get 19 wrong? Bad.
But I did do 1 more correct word than Kai, and also 1 more incorrect word than Kai. But still, that's 119 and 123. 119 is in the top 2% of people. 123 is in the top 1% of people. Whereas Marky, let me just go and find it real quick, because you did it on the leaderboard as well. Like, you could see her on the leaderboard.
Oh wow, okay.
She got 132 words per minute with 676 keystrokes. 14 were wrong, 662 correct. 127 correct words and 2 wrong words, which is madness. She's got to be in like the top 0.5%.
Yeah.
And she said, when she replied to it back, she said she was trying for like 10 minutes and got 132, and she said her nails were long and getting in the way, but she could probably get more if she cut them down. I can't do that. I was like going over and over and over again to try and correct the incorrect words, try and try use different strategies, and just try and get higher, and I just couldn't. After a while, my arms started cramping up.
Yeah, and you start to get stressed, like not being able to get 1 word or something like that at the end, don't you?
And then I was trying to reply to someone's message after, just normally, but my fingers were still in like competitive mode, so I was constantly getting words wrong after.
I mean, I get words wrong every day anyway, you know. You've seen my typing. It's like I sent a message, I think, to you earlier, wasn't it?
Right, yeah.
I'm just gonna see if I can find it quick. It said, "You did got to go." And all I was trying to say was, how did that go? And if I get that wrong, I mean, I don't know.
You also sent me a message yesterday when I was asking about planning the podcast, and you were typing out the emoji, but instead of putting thumb, you put thumb.
I put thumb. Yep, that sounds about right. I'm good at this sort of stuff, you know. What can I say?
You are, yeah. You're very good type. Well done, type.
Thank boy.
Yes, good. Anyway, so that was Marky's question. Thank you, Marky, for the question.
Next question is from Sean Clark 04. Are you ever thinking of having some sort of meetup with Coda, Beta, Flossie, and Kong? Because
can you say my dog's name correct,
Sorry,
please?
I heard it go wrong, and I was like, I'm just going to keep going and hope he doesn't realise.
Otherwise, I'll go Coda.
Coda, Flosser, Kong.
Cone.
Cone. Sean says, are you ever thinking of doing... Oh, for fuck's sake. Are you ever thinking of having some sort of meetup with Coda, Beta, Flossie, and Kong? Because Jack and Becky said they want to meet Kong. They want to meet Kong?
I think he meant they want Kong to meet Coda.
So, they also, Sean also says, I'm sure they want to meet Beta too. I've spoken to them about this, for my dog. Because when I first got them, the plan was to come up around just after Insomnia sort of time, so it would have been like in a couple of weeks' time. But because of all this coronavirus stuff, I think that's going to be delayed quite a bit.
Oh, definitely.
And I was going to go visit them for a couple of days with Coda, or like meet halfway or something like that. I don't know. But that was our original plans, and I've recently spoken to Becky since, and she said once all of this is over, we'll all arrange something. So, yes to that one for me. Beta, I'm sure they'd like to meet.
Yeah, I'm sure. Oh god, Beta would be manic. Out of all of the dogs that have been listed there, Beta is 100% the most energetic. She would be a nightmare to control. Not in like a problematic way, like she is well behaved, but I would be a little bit like, I'd be a bit worried. Like if let's just say we went round the countryside and the field and stuff. There's loads of animals. Beta likes chasing after animals. She does, stop when you tell her to stop. But if, there's a problem, I'm worried that with her being in an unknown place, things could go wrong. Not that, like, she's well behaved. I have faith in her that she's well behaved. But, you know, I just get a little bit nervous, especially as I've not really gone and walked her any further than the local fields and the local parks and stuff.
Yeah, of course.
My family's taken her to, like, the beach and stuff, no problem. And apparently she's well behaved there. But I've not seen her do that, so I'm still, like, a little bit nervous of her in really public spaces.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
But
plus,
100%.
She is a much bigger dog as well than the others.
Much bigger dog. So much bigger.
Kong and Flossie are tiny. I think Coda's about the same sort of size as Flossie now.
Here's the thing when it comes to walking Beta. You don't walk Beta.
She walks you.
She walks you.
Yeah, she's massive.
Yeah.
I think Coda gets like half the size of her, so, you know.
Oh, well, I don't know what the size of Coda is now, but probably.
He's, I mean, if you've seen a picture of Flossie, he's about that sort of size, I think. Just a bit bigger than Flossie. So.
And obviously there's, Beta also wants to get on with the dogs as well. Beta gets on with most dogs.
Yeah, she's just jealous if you bring a dog into your own home.
Exactly, because she's a little bit worried, like, oh, this is my space, what are you doing? But Beta gets along with pretty much most dogs. It's only when a dog has a problem with her when there's then a problem going back. But other than that, like, she is a softie. Despite her being huge. So, you know, yeah, I think I would love to, but obviously even at the moment, can't because A, coronavirus, B, haven't even got a car. Thank you, Sean, for the question.
Thanks, Sean.
And now we've got another one from Dakota, known as DL Punzel on Twitter. What is your favourite console you have ever used?
Cool.
PC.
That's not a console.
I know.
Stupid boy.
See, this is difficult because I've only bought the consoles that I've wanted to buy. So my first ever console that I bought was the Xbox 360. Loved it to bits. Played on it for years. And I still have the 360. It's lasted forever.
Yeah, it's a good console.
It's fantastic, and I love Halo. Halo being exclusive to the Xbox, fantastic. But now Halo's come out on PC, so you know. And also the Nintendo Switch, absolutely fucking fantastic. I am so happy that I've bought it. I still don't have many games on it, but to be able to access a number of really exclusive and really good quality games, like I really love Breath of the Wild. Animal Crossing recently come out. A fantastic game. We'll get on with more opinions of that later on. And it's just really nice. So, as to a favourite, I really don't know. But the ones that I've listed, they are my favourites.
Yeah, that's fair. I think my problem is, it's not so much that other consoles are better than others. I mean, right now, I love the Nintendo Switch. I think it's the best console out there at the very moment, yeah?
Yeah.
That's just my opinion. But I think the biggest thing for us, for example, is we've grown up with pretty much most of the current generation's first consoles.
Yeah.
So we grew up with the PlayStation 1. We grew up with the first Xbox. We had the first Game Boys, DS. And all of them at the time were the best console.
Yeah. Oh my god, I miss a Nintendo DS.
I mean, I had the Sega Mega Drive when I was younger. I had the Nintendo 64 and stuff. They were the two best consoles at the time.
See, I missed that, unfortunately. I missed that one, unfortunately. I think the first ever console for me was the Xbox Classic. And my dad got like the limited edition one, which had like crystal case, so you could see the insides. That was the first ever Xbox console. Other than that, it was, for me, the Game Boy Color and the Game Boy Advanced. Those were... the Game Boy Advance was my first ever handheld console.
I think the Game Boy Advance was unreal.
It was.
But then when the DS came out, that was amazing. The Wii came out as well. I forgot all about that.
Oh my god, the
Wii. That was
Wii.
groundbreaking.
Wii Fit. Wii Sports.
It was good, wasn't it?
Such a good console.
And, I mean, like we said, all of these different consoles came out. So... I mean, when the 3DS came out, that was groundbreaking. How you could have 3D right in front of your face, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that's the biggest problem that we're going to have with this one question is we've grown up because we've had all these consoles and stuff. Right now, I'd say the best console is the Switch.
Yeah.
Because there's so much on it. The quality's amazing. It's generally really good. But I'd say if you asked me 5 years ago, I would have said like the Wii.
Yeah. It's really difficult to pick an all-time favourite, and I don't think we'll ever find the answers to that question, because you get favourites as you go along, and as you play in new games. The Wii was an absolute mastermind of its era. Like, you could sink in so many hours, and it was a fight to be able to get some time on the Wii, especially when you have siblings.
We had 4 controllers. 4 controllers worked perfect for my family.
Oh yeah, same here, but like with Wii Fit or whatever, when you want to do
when you had
hoop
like
game,
one board.
You know, there can only be one of you playing a hula hoop game at a time. There can only be one of you playing the rolling game.
You know what, at Christmas, when I went to visit my mum, we got the Wii Fit out.
Oh yeah.
And it was hilarious. So I think the good thing about stuff like that was it's just the memory of like looking back, like, oh my god, we looked so stupid doing that one at the time. Yeah. But I don't know. I think all the consoles are great. Yeah, like I said. I think my point there, the biggest point was earlier consoles were great at the time. Nowadays, newer consoles are much better.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree with you.
Thanks, Download Punzel. Your name's probably not Download
Punzel.
But
thanks, Dakota.
Download you.
What's up for the next one?
Next question is from J Husky Girl. If you were given £1 million right here, right now, what would you do with it?
Buy a house.
Think we have the same much. Straight up, buy a house.
Thanks, J Husky Girl.
I was gonna say if it's like a cheaper house, you know, you'd buy 2, rent one out, so you get monthly income straight away.
Yeah, see, that's doable.
And I mean, you could buy a really nice house, or you could buy 2 decent houses with that.
Yeah.
And then still have money left over. So I'd say buy 2 nice houses, rent one out. That's a monthly income. Don't have to work that much for the rest of my life.
Sounds like a plan.
Thanks, J Husky Girl.
Next question from Low Power Mode X, who said, what was the earliest memory you guys have, and when was it?
Being born.
Nah,
I remember nothing from the first 5 years of my life.
Yeah, nah. I
see videos of stuff, but that's about it.
There's only a few things that I can remember. There's I've got a few very vivid early memories.
Mm-hmm.
But that's it. So my first, I don't know what the timeline is, by the way, but I'm just going to say the list of them. So one of them is literally my hairdresser used to have a red hairdryer, and on it was a sticker of the Tweenies.
Nice.
Yeah. Another one is I remember going to the doctor's surgery to get my jabs, when you're a kid, and they give you a white chocolate button to put in your mouth whilst they give you the jab to try and
chocolate button.
Yeah, they gave everyone a little white chocolate button. It could have been a little Milky Way button or something, to put in your mouth whilst you cry. But then you suck on that after.
Oh, I've always been good with jabs, so I didn't cry. So yeah.
And the final one is no, never mind. That's it. Those are the only 2 that I can remember, to be honest. There's really not that much. Oh, I can remember reception. And going into reception for the first time, ever. You know when they give you that little introductory thing beforehand? On the run-up, so you start in September, but they do a little introduction on May or June or whatever.
I don't think I ever did that.
Well, they did for my primary school, and I remember that.
Fair enough.
That's all I can remember off the top of my head right now.
That's some quite good memories. I especially like the Tweenies thing on the red hairdryer.
It's very specific. It means absolutely nothing in my life at all.
It's stuck in your head, isn't it?
But it's there.
That's great. I think one of my earliest memories is my grandma's garden was quite a small one. It was round the corner from where I live now. It was like a 5-minute walk down the road.
Mm-hmm.
And in that garden she had these stone frogs.
Right, yeah.
And me and my brother used to make fishing rods and try and fish up these stone frogs from the grass.
Oh wow, that sounds interesting.
That was a lot of fun. There's a video of it somewhere, like a proper VHS tape of it somewhere downstairs. I've been trying to find it to like put it onto a DVD or something like that, so I can actually show it off or something like that at some point.
Yeah.
Like I think it's underneath the snake tank, so when we move, it's going to be great. Which moving's been cancelled at the moment, I'm pretty sure, because of
course, yeah, because of everything.
Yes, get an extra month. But there's a video of it somewhere downstairs. I can't find it. There's also the times where like you put that saucepan on your head and stuff. You know, that's always a good thing.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Another memory. I had something else in my head as well. I remember my brother's birthday party that he had once.
What age?
Oh, I don't know. My mum asked me to look to try and find some photos yesterday for Mother's Day.
Right, yeah.
I've got all the photo albums and stuff here. So I had looked through them and I saw some photos from it, and I think I must have been like 4.
That's still a really early memory.
Yeah. The only reason I remember is it because I hated it, and because I wasn't very much of a social person too much back then either.
Yeah.
But like I would do it. I was just very shy. And I had my little Sully costume on from Monsters Inc.
Nice.
I looked at a photo and I was like, oh, me and my grandma look proper badass in that. Rory the Tiger, that's always a good memory.
From Haven Holiday Parks.
From Haven Holidays.
I remember the song.
Rory.
I don't think it was that.
Oh, that was our one.
Oh, let me think. I don't think it was that.
Rory. Tiger Rockstar. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba.
Oh, no, maybe that was... Oh, no, that sounds right.
Not R.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
But there was another one as well. And I've got the theme song in my head, I just can't remember the words right now.
Was yours the monkey?
Greedy the Gorilla was there.
Greedy the Gorilla, that's what I meant. Was that him?
Yeah. It isn't his theme song, no. It was like,
The bird?
We're having fun in the Tiger Club, Tiger Club, and it's like running through the jungle club, hit up the tree. Yeah, it's things like that. I remember that theme song, but I think it could have been after they changed it from the song that you mentioned, or it was different in every Haven Holiday Park.
It could have been different in every single one. I'm not too sure. Have a Google, and if you know it, guys, either please tweet us at Stuck in a Podcast. Let us know. Which one, like, you might have heard ever.
I'm desperate to know.
I remember we had a boat trip once. We were late to get this boat back. I was 2 here, I think. Maybe 3.
Right. Wow.
And the only reason I remember it is because my brother he got some bread, he crumbled it up and threw it out into the water for the ducks. And the wind picked up just as he threw it, and it went straight back into his eyes.
That's brilliant!
That. And my brother was one of those like kids where he'd get like really grumpy or whatever, like if he didn't get like if something went wrong, to the point where he just like his whole body would like act as if it all just died or something like that, and he'd be all like floppy as well.
God. Oh, he was a sulker. He just collapsed to the ground, and then sulker. If your mum tried to drag him or whatever, he'd just be there not moving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was one of my biggest memories, and the best thing about that trip as well is the same boat that we were driving on the water. We were late getting back as well by like 40 minutes.
Oh, wow.
You can guess why, because it's my dad driving.
Right, yeah.
And he's late to everything. But I think they're my biggest memories that I can remember. A lot of them involve family, which is nice. I remember almost drowning once. Not drowning, but sinking.
Oh, God.
Sinking sand. I think that was in reception or something. Maybe year 1.
Oh, lovely. Well, that's a horrible memory there, isn't it?
Oh, no! I've got the best one ever!
Oh, here we go. I'm looking forward to this now.
When I was in play school, they brought in a green screen, and a tractor.
Right.
And we were watching ourselves on this TV thing, like this 4x3 TV in front of us.
Yeah.
Like of everything that was actually happening. Uh-huh. And they were like, okay, wave at the things. And like we had to wave like each way, and then one appeared on the right hand side of me, so I waved to my left, and they were like, "Oh no, not that way, the other way," and I like turned around and waved to the other one. I've got the DVD downstairs, or the video even on the VHS.
Oh,
I'll get it converted and show it off one day.
I had that as well.
Did you wave the wrong way to the ducks?
No, I didn't wave the wrong way, but it was in oh my God, you've really triggered a memory there. That's crazy. It was in preschool.
Yeah.
It was a green screen company came in, and it'd be like a safari tour, and you'd be driving around.
Yeah.
And I remember at the end, I think it was either me or my sister. I honestly can't remember. One of us started crying because there was like a crocodile. No, it wasn't a crocodile. It was Bubbles. One of us didn't like Bubbles. Couldn't tell you if it was me. Couldn't tell you if it was my sister. Can't remember. Probably me, to be honest, because I didn't like butterflies at the time.
Your sister's older, isn't she?
No, she's younger.
Oh, okay, then she'll not know.
That's why I'm not sure. That's why I'm not sure. But I know I was freaked out by butterflies like flying near you, so I wouldn't be surprised if the bubbles freaked me out as well. Anyway, started crying at the end and wanted to get out the safari thing. Oh, fucking hell! You really triggered a memory there.
I have one more good thing about preschool as well. It's just like triggered another memory as well. We were doing this this preschool play thing. It wasn't really a play, but like people were reindeers, people were someone was Santa, and they didn't give me the part that I wanted. I wanted to be Santa. They gave it to my best friend at the time, and I got really upset.
Oh no!
So they made me a mouse, and I was just the only mouse there, and all I had to do was come through this little door, wave at everyone. I was first on everything, wave at everyone, go, "I'm a mouse" or something like that, and then sit down for the rest of it. And it was so good. I can't remember any of the show, but I remember that.
Fantastic.
The green screen thing, we have to find the videos of them, because I'm sure you've still got it somewhere.
Probably. It's got to be like locked away somewhere in like a memory box, but I'll try and find it. Probably won't, but I'll try.
Mine's on the shelf downstairs in the front room, so I will grab it. I'll get it converted to a DVD or something like that and chuck it on my computer so I can show it off.
Sounds good. Oh man, I'm excited to see that.
I really like that question. Thank you very, very, very much, Low Power Modex.
That was a very, very fantastic question.
That was a really good one. Next question! No, I'll start again. Next question is from Neve. Neve asks, other than work, what do you guys plan on doing to fill the rest of your time since we're all in quarantine or whatever? Well, we've literally just had breaking news come up that there's a chance we might actually go into lockdown. So, I mean...
Yeah.
That really. I mean... People that work obviously have quite a lot of time off, generally, if they work in a shop or something like that, so that's great for them. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, me personally, I'll start with you. I don't want to take that. I don't want to take the spotlight.
I think it is literally going to be mainly work for me. If we do go into lockdown, which we are going to find out in literally like 1.5 hours, so chances are by the time this comes out on Wednesday, we could already be in lockdown. But as of the time we're recording, it is 6:54 p.m. on Monday. We're not in lockdown. If we do go into it, then it's mainly for me going to be work. I don't go out the house anyway because, of course, I can't. There'll probably be like more dog walking for me, to be honest, because I've said like on the 3 days off of working, not days off, on the 3 days that I've worked from home currently, I've said to like my family and stuff, I usually go for a walk at lunch and stuff. But now like for the last 3 days I haven't. So, like I've done barely anything in terms of exercise. So I think I might start walking a dog more. I can't exactly do it properly because you're not allowed to go out.
You'd be allowed to in your own place, like
so I could do it like maybe up and down the road maybe, but other than that, like you're not really allowed if lockdown does go into effect. So it'll probably be more of that, but other than that, of course, Animal Crossing's just come out, so we'll be playing that. I'll probably buy a few more Switch games, assuming deliveries all go ahead as normal. I think they are going ahead as normal, but just with different things. So I might buy a few more Switch games and play them. But other than that, like I've not really got many plans. I'm glad that I haven't booked a holiday this year. Because
originally I was planning on going to Japan with Yuki at this point in time.
You were, yeah.
And I'm glad that we didn't book that, because that would not have got refunded.
Yeah, that would have been horrible to try and rectify.
Yep.
So
that's fine.
Nothing. Literally nothing, really. Just passing time, hoping things clears up ASAP. I'll probably do more streams and stuff, because I have been already.
Yeah.
But obviously it all depends on my data allowance at that point.
Yeah.
What about you?
That's fair. I mean, I'm here every day anyway, so it makes no difference to me, really. The only thing I can't do is pop down to the shop to really go and grab some food, but I mean, I can do that still, because you'd be allowed to do that. So, really, my life stays pretty much the same, but I'm going to work on doing a couple more streams, making a few more videos, editing as normal for Jack. That's about it, really.
You've been preparing for this for the last couple of years.
I've been preparing for the last 10 years.
Yeah, see? This is going to be no different for you.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is normal. Like, nothing new for me.
For me, it's more the fact that we're now not allowed to do things. Obviously, me, like, on weekends anyway, I prefer to stay in. I prefer to not do anything, prefer to not go outside. But now losing the option, it feels weird because there's now no longer that option. It's not like, oh, here's something that I can do and I take it for granted, but I choose not to do it. It's more, oh, now I literally am not allowed to do this. I want to do it now.
Yeah, I get you.
That's my feeling.
You'll get those, like, twats that are like, oh, the rebels and whatever else, won't you? Like, yeah. They'll purposely try and be annoying and get in trouble, which will just waste a bunch of time. So if you are one of those people, don't do that, because there's more important things than you right now.
Look at what Italy's doing. Italy has prosecuted over 40,000 people since lockdown's been in effect. So if you want to be prosecuted, then be my guest.
Someone at my mum's work, their daughter lives in Spain. With their husband or boyfriend or something like that.
Yeah.
And they have to, whenever they want to go to the supermarket, they have to load up an app on their phone that tracks their location the whole way there and the whole way back. They have to, like, sign it, and only one person from each household can leave the house at a time. And if you go off track or you, or two people come out, people with guns march you back to your house.
Wow.
So, you know, it could be that extent, but it's not that extent in the UK. It'll be you'll get in trouble still.
Yeah.
But just don't be a nuisance. There's more important things than you being an arsehole at the moment.
Yeah, things
I'm not saying anyone listening is, but don't be an idiot at this point in time.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Cool. Thanks, Neve.
Yeah. Thank you, Neve, for that question. Bex, also known as Summer Reject, sent in, what is the biggest dream you have accomplished so far in your life? Kai.
I mean, when I was younger, I think everyone's dream when they were younger is to be a YouTuber and stuff. Especially, like, from 2013 onwards or 2012 onwards. It's the dream everyone wanted.
Yeah.
I think I'm quite lucky and I got the opportunity to kind of pursue that quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's one of my biggest dreams. Otherwise, making music still to this day. I mean...
Yeah, your music's, like, really kicking off.
I've got a bass here at the moment. Well, not this second, but I've got a bass coming in that my dad's bringing home because he's got a bass in his shop. And I said, can you bring it home so I can record some stuff while I'm bored? And I'm going to just make some music while we've got some time off.
That sounds like a good idea.
See how things go. And yeah, that's it really. I think they're my two biggest accomplished things in my life, my biggest dreams that I've done.
Yeah.
Biggest dream to do is I'd like to play a stadium one day, but judging by the time right now of what's happening, probably not anytime soon.
You'll do it next week.
Yeah, next week.
See you in Wembley next week.
Did you see the Olympics got cancelled?
Yeah, they've been moved to 2021.
To 2021. The first Olympics ever to be not on an even number of years.
Is it ever?
Yeah, I mean, there was quite a few cancelled during like World War One and World War Two.
But outside the war, this is the first one.
Yeah, outside the war, this is the first one to not happen on an even number of years. So
incredible.
This is the first one to have like 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9 on the end of it.
I think we should replace it with the Hunger Games, where everyone that gets prosecuted for breaching lockdown just fights.
In the Tokyo 2020 stadium.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, they get a free trip to Tokyo, they get a day to stay in quarantine.
And then they breach lockdown and fight in an arena.
Yep, nice! And it gets streamed right onto BBC.
This is perfect. It needs to happen now.
Well, you know what the weird thing is, you know, like general like soaps and stuff. Obviously, they've stopped recording at the time.
Yeah.
So when it gets to like all these episodes that are currently going out, when they've stopped, all you're gonna get on TV is repeats of stuff.
Yeah, it's gonna be a difficult and weird time. Although, talking of repeats and stuff, I saw yesterday that Jerry Trainer, the guy who played Spencer in iCarly, and who played Crazy Steve and Drake and Josh, he tweeted at Nickelodeon to see if it was possible to get iCarly streamable somewhere accessible for like anyone in the world. Seeing as now, you know, he said, TV's going to be dead. It'd be great to encourage people to stay at home by, you know, streaming iCarly. And that was Jerry Trainer saying that. So you could be seeing more iCarly online.
I mean, you can watch it on Amazon Video.
You can.
but that still requires quite a hefty subscription.
Exactly, yeah.
But we've sidetracked quite a bit there, so
we have.
What's your biggest dreams?
My biggest... I don't know. Well, I guess the biggest dream is everyone wants to be a YouTuber. No, I'm not exactly in a position where I could call myself a YouTuber, so I can't really say that. I've enjoyed, like, learning how to, you know, put on... not necessarily a production, but knowing how things work in terms of streaming things, like, you know, making the animations, understanding that sort of stuff, understanding what goes out. I've enjoyed doing that. In relation to it, though, I guess the biggest gaming dream for me was to always, like, do things at events, like be like the cool person on stage at events, and going to Minecon, doing the panel. That was huge. That was definitely one of the biggest things that I could have ever wanted happened. I only wanted to go to Minecon, to be honest, but to go as a VIP and on that level, that was fantastic. I've also hosted a gaming event, Nevermind, up in Newcastle. I hosted that one, which is pretty cool.
Twice.
Yeah. So to be able to say that I've done that, that's pretty big for me. Other than that, it's just more the personal stuff, really. Like, I've got a job. The job travels to places. Not anymore, but, you know. That's fantastic. I had a car. I got one that fits
for both of us.
Say that again.
I got one that fits for both of us.
Go on, then.
We went to America.
Yes! That's definitely a massive dream that's been accomplished. That's been on my bucket list for, well, almost my whole life. So, I'm really happy that we've gone and done that. I'd say that's it, to be honest. Those are my main ones.
Yours don't surprise me at all. If you were to ask me what your biggest dreams were, I would have definitely said the hosting ones.
Yeah.
That's something. I completely forgot about Minecon even existing for a second. But I can see that being like one of your biggest dreams, like, accomplished as well. Like, yeah, it's mental. You've done well. I've
done alright, yeah. Now I just need to bloody grow my channel. Hashtag get Fraser to 1 million.
Hashtag get Fraser to 1 million. Get trending, everyone.
Get trending. Subscribe, follow.
Get trending right now.
I still need to figure out what I'm doing with my channel. I've been in a period of uncertainty for a while. Not in terms of, like, quitting or anything, but, like, rebranding entirely, going to a different platform. I don't know, not like starting from scratch, but kind of like rethinking things. And it's difficult because, like, I can't decide on things ever, and I'm worried about the risk of things. But I need to get that set and then, you know, stick to it, because from me not doing that, I'm just kind of like, I'm carrying on fine. I'm not growing, but I'm not losing. But I need to, like, figure out what I want to do and then, you know, stick to it, because this whole moving set me off, bad internet set me off, work set me off, not having a lot of time set me off, and then it's just got to that point where I'm like, right, there's been too many setbacks, I need to set myself to it now.
Yeah, that's fair. I think the biggest thing is, like, just, if you feel like doing something, just do it, and don't worry about any of the risks that are about to happen, because, like, obviously, it's always going to be that worry of having a risk happen there. Like, what if no one watches it? What if no one is interested in it? But then, on the other hand, people could really love it and people could hate it. And generally, if you've got, like, the current people you've got, like, watching your stuff, I'm sure they'd, like, love to watch anything, you know?
Yeah.
So I think
the community's dedicated.
Pretty much anything. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what? Let's go on to one of the older... There's actually a question that's, like, really far down from Marky, who said, what are your honest thoughts about your communities? My community's dedicated, and, like, I'm really happy, like, to have the community I have. I'm really lucky to have the community that I have, because even though it doesn't necessarily grow, the people that are around, they stay, and they're fantastic. I feel like I know most of my community by their first name, or by a name that, you know, where I can just go, oh yeah, how's it going? Welcome back. You know, I'm really happy with it.
Good.
Nobody is bad. Everyone is really nice. It's a really lovely community. So that's my opinions about my community. What about yours?
Hate them all.
Okay, lovely.
Right, they're really, really sweet. Like, most of the time, they're all really supportive of anything. I think that's the best thing. And I think my biggest, like, my favourite thing is people that are dedicated always like, it doesn't matter what you do, they love everything that you do. And in general, I think on YouTube and Twitch and whatever else, Twitter and stuff, people are just generally really sweet in this community. I see a lot of people have communities where people, like, they get a bunch of negative messages come through from them, like, oh, you suck. But you don't really get that with any of, like, ours, which is amazing. You know?
Yeah.
And I think my favourite thing about them in general is having, especially Discord servers, they talk to each other, they become friends, so it feels like we've made like a big friendship bond of all these other people that we don't even know personally, just from making something in our room. And I think that's the best thing that could ever happen, really.
Agreed.
They give you a nice little bit of life, you know?
Yeah. No, I agree with you 100% though. Summed it up really nicely.
Thank you, I tried.
So yeah, that community one was from Marky, and thank you to Bex Summer Rejects for the one about accomplishing dreams in your life.
Thank you, Bex. The next question. The next question is from Perfect Lou. I'm gonna mix two of these together, Fraser, because I can see two that kind of link up.
Yeah, go for it.
So Perfect Lou asks, how are you both enjoying Animal Crossing? One word answer.
Great.
Pretty good, to be fair. That's
not one word.
It is if I speak fast enough. Pretty good, to be fair. Yeah, so I'd never played it before, and I thought it'd be a good idea to play it. I saw you playing it, so I was like, you know what, it looks alright, I'll give it a go. And if I don't like it, then fuck. But I have been enjoying it. It's been quite easy to play. It's a nice little chillax thing, you know?
Yeah.
You can just chill. You don't have to stress about anything. It's easy to play. I'm not someone that plays games that often, so it's nice to just sit back and relax and play something for a bit.
Yeah.
What's your favourite thing about it so far?
Being an Animal Crossing Wild World player on DS, I really love, like, how much of an upgrade it is from there. I never played any of the games in between, so like New Leaf and City Folk, things like that. But going from Wild World to this, the upgrade is incredible. The quality of the game is incredible, like the water, the lighting, the shadows, reflections, things like that. I love the content as well, like having the phone. I thought Nook phone, I thought that was going to be stupid. But having that and having like the whole Nook Mars thing for like objectives to work towards, that's really good. I'm really impressed with the game. Some things are a little bit difficult, like the whole crafting thing and having to go and get things for your tools or for different items. Having your tools break, I'm not used to that, obviously, being a Wild World player, because tools never broke. Especially when you got the golden tools. I think you can get golden tools in this game.
I played last night and I upgraded mine to the Iron Nugget ones, so you need an Iron Nugget on top.
Right, yeah. The golden ones used to be... The golden ones used to be, like, if you were to catch every type of fish, you get the golden rod. If you were to axe... I can't remember, every type of everything? I can't remember. If you were to dig up so many different fossils, or if you were to dig up a specific... Or if you were to bury a shovel and then dig it up at a certain point, you get a golden shovel, something like that. I hope golden shovels or golden tools are still in the game, but I really like Animal Crossing. Somewhere. It's gotta be.
I think it's quite, like, interesting. Like I say, it's a nice way to, like, relax down as well.
Yeah.
There's no stress in the game except for, like, getting a wasp or a tarantula.
Yeah.
They're the only stresses that I've found so far. And the one thing that I don't like is, obviously, you can't do something sometimes. Like, you've got to keep working towards something for quite a while. That's my only negative thing, but other than that, I really don't care. Like, it's a nice little relaxing thing.
Yeah.
So that was from Perfect Lou, and a couple questions down, Waffles Are Goo 11 asks, #small boob merch or #screw you cob merch?
Maybe. If enough people want it, and enough people are going to say, yeah, sure, why not, then might do a limited one. Why not?
Yeah, pretty much same. Except mine seems a bit weird. You know?
Yeah.
Can you imagine people walking around with hashtag small boob?
See, surprisingly, yes.
They would. So I'd not put it on like Teespring or something like that. I'd proper like bulk buy a bunch and sell them. I can't do that now though. So
no.
But that's what I would do.
Yeah, you've got like good potential. You don't even need to know what's going on.
You don't need to
game.
play Animal Crossing or know me. You could just go and get it.
Yeah. Oh, that's so relatable. I buy too.
I have small boob.
So yeah, possibly.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. So thank you both for your questions. Really appreciate those.
Let's blitz through these last few just below waffles. We've got Green Day 182 said Labradors or Collies. Personally, Labradors.
I don't know. I don't know many dog breeds that much. I know mine, and that's about it.
Fair enough.
But I'll say Labrador.
Slender Brian says, does Kai know about Ultra Instinct? It's a rare technique that allows the body to move on its own and how to use it. Would Kai like to learn it someday? Do you know about Ultra Instinct?
Not a clue.
Yeah, no clue either. Jamie says, if you could change one event in history, what would it be and why?
None.
Cool.
Well, my reason for that is just like, if you change the past, it's going to fuck up the future, isn't it? So
that's very, very, very true.
And like, if you change what you've had in the past, you won't have what you have now. So, no, nothing.
I would still remove coronavirus.
Well, yeah, I mean that, but you know,
it's like if you were to get rid of the war, you change like a massive course of action for the future. Whereas if you're changing something now, it's still very early days. You haven't got a lot of history to change. So. Yeah, probably coronavirus being the most recent and probably the least damaging one. Or just my fucking car crash, you know. It only affects me and, well, the other driver as well. That'd be fine. Get rid of that.
Yeah.
And, alright, final ones from Marky. What are your favourite pizza toppings? I like chicken and sweet corn and pepperoni and sausage and, yeah, not
everything,
all at once.
Basically.
Not all at once, necessarily, but, yeah, anything that isn't mushroom.
If I was down at Domino's and I was picking on something, I'd press chicken, sweet corn, ham, bacon.
Ham.
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 Marky also said, what's your favourite weird food combinations?
I don't eat many weird foods. I used to have crisp sandwiches a lot, I guess.
Oh, they were great.
They were great. I don't have them anymore.
Yeah, I don't have any weird ones, so can't really answer that one, unfortunately, for me. Do you have a sweet tooth? Yes.
No. Maybe.
Okay,
what is a sweet tooth?
If you really like sweet things like chocolate and
sugary things. Then yes, I like them.
What's the food you really want to try for the first time? Ooh, good question. I want to sit. Go on.
You go first. You said.
I want to sit down in a Japanese place in Japan, and even though like I don't like sushi and shit like that, I just want to try something traditional.
I get you. I was gonna say something like that as well. I was gonna bring it back to like when we were in America as well, trying out like all these American fast food chains and stuff.
Yeah.
That was really nice, like trying them out.
See, I was gonna say I want to sit down and try Chipotle in America, but like I've had a Chipotle in the UK.
Yeah.
What haven't I tried in America that I want to try? I want to go to Olive Garden.
Any reason why?
Nah, it's just one of those where people always say that they go to it, and I'm just like, yeah, I want to see what it's about.
Fair enough.
What about you?
I don't know. I really liked when I was out in Turkey having food and stuff, you know. Turkish food's so good.
Yeah.
So I guess I'd go back to like Turkey or somewhere and just eat.
Sounds good.
Thanks, Marky.
And with that, we're going to end off the episode. Thank you so much for listening to...
No, you missed a question.
Oh,
you missed one.
Skipping.
God.
We're skipping that one.
One more, go on.
Nah, I've just said I'm skipping it. I can't go back and say who it is now.
Alright, sorry.
No.
I made a fish with my audio wave there.
See, everyone's going to think that it's Lem now. It's not you. It is not you. If you're listening, it's not you.
It's you.
It's Sorry. Not. Okay. Anyway, thank you for listening to this episode. Hope you enjoyed. Next one will be next Wednesday. because we always upload on Wednesday over on Spotify, of course. Wednesday, the 1st of April. We got to do jokes.
Not good at them.
Better get thinking.
It can't be hard for me.
Be sure to follow us on Twitter at IVXHD and at KairosBests with the extra S on the end because Twitter still haven't given him back his account.
I don't expect to get anything back until after all this stuff.
Probably not, no.
Or probably not at all now. Who knows?
And also go follow the podcast Twitter itself at Stuck in a Podcast.
Hell yeah.
Thanks so much for listening to... And now we're going to sing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star for 20 seconds, and I'm going to cut Kai off if he runs over. Okay, let me get my timer ready. Are you ready for your grand sing-song?
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are.
And again.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Bitch.